Greetings, my scattered sisters and brothers in the Lord. I'm still chewing on Jesus healing the man that had been lame for 38 years. And Jesus asked him, do you want to be well? And the man said that he has no one to help him get into the water and that people always get in ahead of him and he can't get there. And really just kind of owning his helplessness and owning his powerlessness. And then Jesus says to him, rise, take up your mat, and walk. And immediately the man is cured, and he takes up his mat and he starts walking around. And so there he is walking around carrying his mat. And it just so happened that the day that Jesus did this miracle on was a Sabbath. And so here's the man healed, carrying his mat around on the Sabbath, and that was considered work. He was breaking the Sabbath. Jewish leadership saw him carrying his mat around, and so they questioned him, what are you doing breaking the Sabbath? What are you doing carrying your mat around on the Sabbath day? And the man who was healed told them that the one who healed him told him to do this, told him to take up his mat and to walk. And so the leadership asked him, well, who told you to do this? And the man did not know. Crazy. He did not know who Jesus was. He did not know who healed him. And Jesus, after he healed him, slipped away into the crowd. The man took his eyes off of Jesus and he lost Jesus. And so he just had to tell the leadership he didn't know who it was that actually healed him. Well, later on that day, the man is in the temple. The healed man is in the temple. I assume he's giving God thanks for his healing. And Jesus found him again. And Jesus came up to him and said to the healed man, look, you are well. Now stop sinning, or something worse could happen to you. And the man then went and told the Jewish leadership that it was Jesus who healed him, that it was Jesus who had made him well and given him the command to take up his mat and to walk around carrying his mat. Now here's the thing that just puzzles me. I don't know whether this healed man ever became a follower of Jesus or not. It's hard to tell. I mean, he gave Jesus the credit for healing him, but when Jesus healed him, he lost sight of Jesus and Jesus had to find him again. And then instead of reading about how he followed Jesus from that point on after Jesus found him again, we hear how he went to the Jews and told the Jews that it was Jesus who healed him, but we never actually read or hear about whether or not this man became a follower of Jesus. Later, we're going to see the Jewish leadership come and confront Jesus about his work on the Sabbath. But the question that I can't get away from is, how many times has Jesus had to find us? He healed the man, and the man lost sight of him. And Jesus found him a second time and told him to stop sinning or something worse would happen to him. How many times has Jesus had to have that conversation with you and me? To where he heals us, he saves us, he does something for us. And then the next thing you know, we've taken our eyes off of Jesus, and it's kind of like we're not following. And we don't really know where Jesus went. We just know he did something for us, but we're not following. And then Jesus finds us again and tells us that, okay, you're well, I did this for you, but stop sinning lest something worse happens to you. Basically, you need to follow me. Well, that's my question for us today. That's the thought for the day. Wherever we find ourselves scattered, make sure we don't take our eyes off of Jesus. He's found us, and I'm guessing he's found in each and every one of us. He's found us more than once. Well, let's make sure that we don't take our eyes off of him so that Jesus doesn't have to keep finding us, but we can actually keep following him. God bless. Have a great day. And do not take your eyes off of Jesus.